Here with me is also Alex, our speaker today. Hi, Alex.
Good morning, guys.
Hey, man. We spoke once before here in this auditorium, but what we forgot to kind of go through and ask you is to kind of get to know you a little bit better, talk about your journey. But first of all, can you just tell us a little bit why you're not going to show your face and why do you have a name called Lambo Alex?
Alex is not my real name either, but I don't know. I'm just not comfortable with face right now.
Okay, no problem, man. But is that a Lambo on your profile picture?
No, it's my car, but
You can say that you're working towards a Lambo.
yep.
Yeah, okay. Where are you from, Alex?
Oh, New Jersey.
New Jersey.
Born and raised New Jersey. Yeah.
Born and raised. And how old are you?
25.
25.
26.
25. So you started, Alex and I spoke before, so I know a little bit. You started trading like when you were 21, something like that?
Actually, in college, maybe like 19, 20.
19, 20.
But those are, I was just testing it out.
Okay.
And
How did you manage to get into the trading? How did you find out about it?
well, I saw one of my friends on Robinhood, like in college, just playing around with stuff. I was like, what is this? So I was like, let me try. And then, you delve deeper. You go on Reddit, you go on Twitter, you go on YouTube. And yeah, you start just taking random trades, pretty much gambling.
Pretty much gambling. But when did it start? When did it stop become gambling?
Oh, so actually, what happened was during COVID, I graduated and I didn't get a job from after college as a software developer. Looking, but it was hard. So I was like, let me try doing this. Didn't really work out. Then I got a job and one second. So then I got a job, so I had some money saved up. I was like, let me try again. And I started doing the options. Options didn't work that well. Then I got into futures, which is like NAS 100. And it kind of clicked because with futures, you don't have to worry much about like the Greeks, data decay, stuff like that. And they're just bouncing levels like supports and resistance. It works a lot easier, in my opinion. And since I had a decent job, so I didn't really have to worry much about like saving money. That helped with the psychology because when you don't have a lot of money and you try to trade, every loss is going to hurt a lot. And when you do have some money saved up, it's okay to take losses. And that's the point of trading. You take losses and you take wins. And you just make sure your wins are bigger.
So if you can get us through your, kind of like 5-year or 6-year journey, when did you
I took it like 2 years ago. I'd say like 2 years ago, I got into futures and it took about like 6 months in that time to like figure out what futures are. And then for about over a year now, I've been making consistent money where I stopped working, which is nice.
Stopped working, and when did you decide to invest that money into rental properties?
Let me think, what is it? December. So it's been a year and 3 months now.
How's that going for you? Are you thinking of quitting trading with that income now happening or not?
Well, that's pretty passive, so I don't think I want to quit trading. I would take the money from trading just to buy more of those, which would be nice.
Where are the properties?
Poconos, Pennsylvania.
Okay, that's nice. I understand that you gathered some information together to show to the people, to show to the audience. I think we'll all see it.
Link.
You're sending a link or are you going to stream your screen?
Yeah, I'll do both.
Okay, cool.
So I wrote this up for you guys. Pretty basic, but this is like some of the trades I'd like to take. My screen, let me share. Okay, you see that?
Yeah, we can.
So pretty much the link I sent you guys, if you guys want to read through it, is some of the trades I like to take. And you guys see my TradeLocker? You see this?
Yeah, we see it.
Okay, cool. So if you guys want to read through this on your own, pretty simple ways of trades I like taking, different strategies, break and retest, bounce trades, liquidity grabs, and I'm probably going to add more to this. So this is a live site. So once I keep adding more, you'll see more different types of trades I take. There's some risk management too. So this is probably my favorite one, break and retest.
Alex, could I if you can zoom in a little bit more when you're showing the Notion file, it'd be great.
All right.
Yeah.
Better? Yeah, so this is break and retest. This is probably my favorite one. I'll show you I saw it happen live yesterday. I didn't take it, but so break and retest is, let's say this was yesterday. You saw the AS 100 kept bouncing at this level here a lot of times. And then it finally broke out. Most people would try and take a long around here, but a high probability trade would be as it goes up, you wait for the retest, which happened here, and you take a long around this area. If you don't take a long here, you see there's a big wick. You take a long here as well. And guess what happened? it just kept going, following trend and get going up. Another example of that would be over here. We saw a break. People would rush to the short, but a lot of times they go in too late. So you'd wait for the retest. Might take a while, but you wait, the retest happened. This is where you'd enter short, and then again. And then you take your trims and then tell your runner at the end. And then for stops, you could do for this is like a clear break. So let's say if the candle closes above, I don't see any examples of that here, but a lot of times what happens is you'll see a wick like here and it'll retrace right away. But if it's like a clean candle closure above that line, you're probably wrong, and I would close the trade out. And then I didn't see any bounce trades yesterday, but we can go over charting. So today, this is probably the one I want to look at the most is, let's go on the 4 hour. Delete this. Oh, I was planning to take a trade with you live too, but maybe we have time. So look here, we had we bounced a couple times, we rejected here, and then we broke through yesterday. This was a resistance. Now I consider this a support. So if we ever do get back to here, 79.60, you can go for a long. Another area is pretty much all-time highs. I don't like trading up here, but what is it? 18.055. If it closes above like maybe 18.070, you can take a long. Other than that, today I don't see many trades, and then other thing was risk. On here I talked about futures, but if you ignore this part, you could have stops at minus 20 points, take trims, close half at plus 20, and then have runners. And then I don't usually move my stops to break even, but for new traders, like many of you are, let's say if you have a trade that's up like $100, put the stop at 0. So if the trade goes back, you haven't lost anything. Yeah, you might have not made as much, but that's fine. And then if there's a clean breaks, like cut your losses, like your emotions will get to you and you keep adding and adding and you probably will lose. Let's see. Yeah, pretty much this. Yeah, this is the bounce trade we were talking about. If it ever does get back to 950, 960, 79.60, you can take a bounce. This actually happened pre-market. I think Dave took it actually. We lined it up on the 4 hour. You saw it came back here. You could take the long and then yeah, you take your trims 20 points higher and then leave the runners. If they go back to 0, break even, it closes it out. If not, it will just keep going and then you keep trimming. I think I see a lot of people do 1 minute. You can, like, I'm not a high frequency scalper, so like, I feel like 1 minute you need some like algos, but I see people do it. So I just trade 5 minute, 15, 1 hour. That's about it. Alex, do you trade key levels? Yeah, you mean like the ones that I leveled, made levels of? Coach or no? Oh, like 1800. Yeah, sometimes I do. Like, yeah, 1800 would be a big number, right? Try shorting that. Right now, this market's too crazy. I don't think you should short anything. Like, we saw like it move up like 600 points yesterday, right? Yeah, I don't even know. This candle is huge. Yeah, a lot of times I don't, but yeah, I did with like 5,000. That was a big one. You can bounce that if it ever gets to SPX 5,000. Yeah, pretty much NAS and then SPX, so ES or NQ. Yeah, like actually, this one trade, this would have been a great long. And normally I don't trade pre-market, but if you did, this is a really nice trade. Like I would just keep holding this until like it comes back. Just keep longing. This is a great trade. Areas where we see a lot of resistance or support, coach. So like on the 4 hour, boom, rejected. Now it's bouncing. 1 hour, so let's look at the like over here. We saw it bounce a few times, right? 1, 2, 3. Or it does come here. You could try taking another bounce here at 17,500. Make it even. Even if they don't trade news, I'm not gonna tell you to trade news. That's like pretty dumb. I've traded news, but don't trade news.
Why do you don't trade news?
Because like it's like a coin flip most of the time, you know, like you can move 100 points up or down and just blow up your account. So what's the point even doing that? Especially on NAS, maybe 200 points, 300 points on FOMC.
So do you kind of steer away completely of it
Yeah,
when there's news, or?
so I'll trade after, maybe like 10 minutes after, it calms down a bit. You see where highs and lows are.
Okay, I understand. It's a
Yeah,
good.
I would tell everyone in here just don't trade it. Like that's a better option. Just don't trade. Don't trade the news.
Okay.
All right. What does your trading plan look like? Well, I guess the trading plan is like I look for setups like the ones I sent in the link. If I find those, I take them. I also try to stay within from 9:30, mainly 10 a.m. actually, 10 a.m. to 12, 3 hours, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. I try to trade only between those times because that's where I found my highest profitability or And also your journaling process. Yeah, my journaling process is like I take whatever I trade I took, I write it down, the exit entry, profit or loss, and then why I took the trade. So was it one of my strategies? Did I see something on the chart? Was there volume? Where was my stop? Did it hit my stop? And did I keep holding? Did I add to the position? Stuff like that. Time zone EST. Yeah, I'm from New Jersey, so New York, New Jersey. No, I don't trade gold.
Any reason on why you're mostly trading S100?
Oh, so like I've always just only traded stocks pretty much. And I tried Forex and all that, never really got into it. But yeah, what coach said, National 100 is the best. It just, I tried US 30. I wasn't good at it. SPX is too slow. It's just not for me.
Some more questions in the section.
No, I don't trade gold. All right, some of these dumb. I don't even know what to tip.
Where does your stop loss usually go and when taking a break and retest trade?
Yeah, so you can, I wrote it down actually in there, but you can do like a full candle closure or even like if you want a hard number, which I usualize is like 20 points above or below the resistance line.
Okay. What would you say, if I can get back a little bit? I know that there's a lot of beginner traders here, and I know that they probably heard a lot of same advices all over again. Is there something unique that you found on your own that you can say to the others?
Probably no, because most of the stuff I've learned, it's just scouring through, stuff on YouTube, Google, other like people so most of these techniques are all the same. Like I know there's a lot of people who trade like ICT saying like, oh, that's like a new thing, but that's just pretty much the same trading techniques everybody else has been using but with different names. Like you don't have to make it really complicated and find a few good setups. Like honestly, if you just look for break and retest trade, like if I look for those like 95% of the time, my ability probably would be even better than it is now because I'm like doing all these other different techniques. But that means sitting on your hands a lot. So being patient, maybe only take one trade a day, maybe zero. Like I actually told these guys in the indices channel, like I saw these guys trading all these like Tokyo, London. I was like, guys, just pick a few hours and only trade those because then you're over trading and then you start gambling.
So when
Like if you could trade all your trades and you'll find, I know like trades out, Trader Sync did that. It tells you which hours you're most profitable. And if you just pick those few hours, you'll make a lot more money. Do you
so
use fibs? I don't use fibs. What else?
I think that you missed something from Chiu. Would you anticipate retracements lower?
Oh, I think anybody would at this point. It's getting crazy, but I wouldn't say go short. I do have like long dated QQQ and SPY puts, but yeah, I do think there should be a retracement. But this market right now is pretty crazy. Like Nvidia like went up like 200 billion market cap yesterday, so it can probably keep going up.
Shark Trader, as NAS continues to climb new higher highs, how do you identify the next level? Shark Trader, I think that
I know my bag. I hit the wrong button.
I thought you got scared, so you left because of the question.
No. So as it keeps going up, I would do is you don't buy at the high, you wait for pullbacks, and then like if you can, you'll see areas where it was a resistance, it'll become a support, and you bounce. Just keep taking bounce trades.
Okay, next question. I'm going to read them for you because I see them.
There's like a lot of difference.
Yeah, supply and demand asks, how many accounts have you blown?
Probably a lot, especially when I was first starting. I was working for my dad. My dad was paying me like very little. He has a store, so every paycheck I was getting, I would just throw in, probably blow up most of it. And because I was just like, oh, I'd get $500, just put it all into NAS 100. But you realize, wait, NAS 100 takes a lot of margin out.
Okay. Did your dad get angry?
He does. I don't even think he knows. But now, I make my own money, so.
Okay. Shockwave and Shark Trader asks, do you use fibs?
Oh, no, I don't use fibs. No. I saw you get, I think Monica or someone was using fibs. Maybe I'll try you, but I've never got into it.
You never just got into it, or you have a reason?
No, I just never got into it.
Okay. What EMAs do you use if you use them?
9 and 21. I don't use them too much, but they are good on like higher time. 9, 21, 200. I think I gotta check my chart.
Feel free.
9 and 21 and 50.
Could you share with us so we can see how you're using them? Just a little bit of a preview or something.
Yeah, it's gonna be on trading views. I find I don't really use them too much, but actually, let's say if you took yesterday was a clear trend day. If you saw, we just kept going up, right? So let's say if you took that bounce and retest trade over here. You longed here. This is the 9, this blue line. I would keep holding the trade until it breaks. So it broke over here. This is where you close because now your trend is invalidated. Same thing goes with the 21. Actually, look, the 21, it held that. But then once it broke is when you close the trade.
Okay. Now I think that the next one is from Coach. What's the longest trade you ever held?
I really don't know. Actually, we took what I showed. The one I did recently was probably one of the longest I did, where I pretty much shorted the top last week, made a good amount of money. That was like 3 days or 2 days I was holding it. Paid a decent amount in swap fees.
Okay.
But I don't really like holding NAS 100 because it moves a lot. It can move like 300, 400 points in a few days. I stick to just trading intraday with that.
So you agree with Coach, like we talked, Coach had an auditorium 2 days ago, and basically it takes a lot of time to learn one asset, and it's best probably to...
Yeah. So like if you find like one asset, like one instrument, whatever, try to learn it the best, and then you'll know how it moves, like where areas like where it could take people out is when you want to enter, and you'll get better and better. Same thing probably goes with Forex, if you like learn gold or like even like crypto, if you know how Ethereum moves, it normally bounces at 2000, whatever. You take a long.
Mm-hmm. Is this the same goes with time frames? I mean, which time frames do you basically mainly trade?
5 minute most of the time. If I'm doing, because most of the day I'm scalping, so 5 minute. If I did do a swing, you'd use it higher time frame like daily or 1 hour, 4 hour.
Okay, I see some great fun in the comments. He's not Alex. Show us your ankle, and you need to give a shout out to Dave.
Yeah, Dave had a nice trade today.
Do you have anything else to share? If that's all, I think that we can close this off because the market will be open soon. Or if you want, you can stay with us and do some live trading. But I think that this was some great insights. If you can share your link to the Notion file once again, I think that a lot of people will definitely find it useful.
Yeah, let me find it. Yeah, and I'll keep adding more to this. This I did over like 1-2 hours, so when I have time, I'll add more to it.
Guys, the link that Alex sent if anybody joined a little bit later, check it out. It's how he basically takes trades and how he handles his risk management. Christina said that she's going to post it on YouTube, the recording of this session next week. Coach's session is going up really soon. So I would just want to thank you everybody for joining. See you all next week. Next week we're going to have probably 4 speakers. One of them, the new guy, is going to be Shark Trader. He's there in the comments, and I really hope you all join and hear what he has to say. He has a different perspective, really interesting. So I can't wait for you guys to meet Shark as well. Alex, thank you so much for this. It's been a pleasure, and talk to you soon. And Alex already left. I don't mind him because
I thought I was done.
And off. Okay, if Alex left, I believe everybody wants to go. The market is open, so best of luck to you guys. Have a great weekend, and see you all next week. Bye.